Today on Judge Porter.
David Cohan versus Jennifer Everett.
In fact, I was still moving in, I had boxes, and I slipped on the pavement in front of that unit.
And he started yelling at me about how he was allowed to be there and how dare I tell him.
David Cohan never expected a pool would land him in court. He'd been swimming there since he moved in, until his new neighbor, Jennifer Everett, told him to leave. What started as confusion turned into a courtroom battle.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Porter will preside.
Everyone, please be seated. Thank you so much. Let's see here. We have case number, hold on. Give me 1 second, everyone. I'm sorry. Make sure I got this correctly. 9013, David Cohan versus Jennifer Everett. If you're here, please come to the podium. Mr. Cohan, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Says here that you're suing to use a pool. Am I reading this correctly?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Tell us what's going on with this pool.
Well, thank you for giving me my day in court. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
I've been living in the Palm Isle townhomes for 6 months, and I've been swimming in that pool almost the entire time. In fact, I was still moving in, I had boxes, and I slipped on the pavement in front of that unit. I didn't blame the woman.
Things escalated fast. Jennifer said she felt unsafe. Why? Cohan left notes. On her door, her mailbox, even the community board. The judge read them out loud. One said, "You better watch your back." Another mocked her with a stick figure drawing.
The doctor recommended that I swim to keep
Okay.
my mobility going, to keep my activity, build back my strength. And Miss Thompson, she was very, very nice about it. You know, we were not close. We, as neighbors would, I would look out for her if she was out of town. She sometimes leave me cookies on the doorstep. So I did not know that she moved away 3 months ago to
Okay.
live with her sister in Arizona. And I did not know that Miss Everett then started to occupy that unit.
Okay.
And so one day, as I always would, I was going through the gate into the yard to use the pool, and this one comes running out, screaming her head off, like I wandered in off the highway. It's a gated community. It's impossible to be in there unless you belong. So
Correct.
This is a way to treat a neighbor. It was shocking to me, honestly.
Okay. All right. Miss Everett, I'm just one more thing. So you're not suing for the amount of this medical bill. It's just for access to this pool.
Like I said, she wasn't even living there then.
Okay.
It's not the fault of the person who was there. I slipped. I just believe that I have some rights to use the pool.
Okay. All right, Miss Everett. Tell us what's going on with this pool.
So I moved in about 3 months ago. I moved out of the condos I was living in. I don't know if you remember my case last time of my neighbor.
I do.
Okay. So I moved into this townhome about 3 months ago, and lovely place, lovely community. It's met a lot of wonderful people.
Cohan came to court demanding pool access, but he left with something else, a restraining order. The judge dismissed the case and ordered him to stay 300 feet away. Cohan was stunned and fitted with an ankle monitor on the spot.
About how he was allowed to be there and how dare I tell him he can't be there. And I asked him politely if he could leave, and he did, but he kept coming back and kept leaving notes for me and kept putting notes on the community board. And I was able to grab a couple of them, but it's just been a horrible experience, and I want him to stay away from me.
Ma'am, do you have any of these notes that you say that he left? Can I?
Yes,
may I
Your
see them,
Honor.
please?
I was able to keep a couple of the notes that he left on my door and in my mailbox, and then one of the community center notes that he left.
Let me see what we're talking about here. Okay. I'm gonna read out loud some of these notes. This is your last warning. You remember writing that?
I might have written that.
What's a little girl like you gonna do with all that pool?
She's never in the pool. She hardly ever swims at all.
You better watch your back.
Well,
Such a hot day and you drew a stick figure with an angry face over a pool?
yeah, that's me not being able to swim. You know, she's so worried about these notes. You should hear what she's saying about me.
Hold on. Dear fellow residents, beware of Jennifer Everett. She is a backstabbing, lying Karen. She will ruin all fun in the community. I am proposing a community ban. Signed, David Cohan. Did you scribe these notes, sir?
I did, and Your Honor, as I tried to say, you should hear what she's saying about me. She thinks I don't hear her. But from
Okay.
my front room, I can hear her in the yard talking
Okay.
to anybody who goes by. Somebody walking
Did
the
she
dog,
talk
parents with a kid.
Did she
this
talk?
guy.
Did she talk about you at your home?
She's right there. We're next door. She's right at my home.
Did she talk about you at your home?
Not to me.
And yet you felt comfortable with letters leaving them at her home, at her sanctuary, at the place where she's supposed to feel safe.
You can talk to anybody else who lives in that community.
I'm not
we
talking,
all get along. I'm
sir,
not a bad guy.
We're not talking about anybody else in the community. We're talking about you. You made this young lady feel unsafe with your sense of entitlement. So this is what I'm going to do. You can give this back to her. This is what I'm going to do for you. Okay? I am going to dismiss your case. Okay? But what I am going to do in relation to this case is I am going to grant her request for a restraining order. You are not going to be within 300 feet of her residence. That means that you can't even walk by. Okay? You understand?
Staying away from her might be what I devote my life to.
If there is fresh air in front of her home and you need that fresh air to breathe, you can't go there because there's going to be a restraining order against you. And I will make sure that the Mango Park Police Department arrests you for violating the terms of that restraining.
Jennifer walked out relieved. Cohen walked out humiliated. I just want peace, she said. But for Cohen, this wasn't justice. It was public shame. Now I'm the pariah of the neighborhood, he said. One pool, 2 lives changed.
300 feet radius of her home. That modern technology is something, ain't it?
Is that waterproof? Because I got to find a place to swim.
I know this much, it won't be in her backyard. I don't care where you swim. Community pool, go to Miss Thompson's house. You can go out there to the Atlantic Ocean, Biscayne Bay. I don't care, but it better not be on her property. Am I making myself clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, this case is dismissed.
I'm very happy with the judge's verdict. I don't know why people keep suing me for things that belong to me, my Wi-Fi, now my pool, but hopefully everyone just leaves me alone and I can finally just get on with my life without any of this unnecessary drama.
You know, I believe in our system of justice, but I'm not happy with this verdict today. And I don't think that the judge really did what a judge should do, which is look at the whole situation and take care of everybody. And look at this, what he puts on me. Look what I need to wear now. Is this fair? Because I have a dispute with a neighbor. Now I gotta walk around like this so everybody in the whole community can see. I'm really sad about the fact that I have a neighbor who doesn't care about me and a system that doesn't care about me. And now a whole neighborhood that's gonna point me out as the pariah. I was really happy when I moved in 6 months ago. Now I'm not so sure I want to.